What is up, people? Welcome to the last episode of my trip to abandoned Berlin. In this part, we'll study nanotechnologies, read the story of Berlin Gasometer, explore the Hygiene Institute. We will walk around the brutal Maus bunker, visit an abandoned for 70 years Liesenbrücken bridge and Wiesenburg shelter. Also, enjoy some leftovers of old rock bar. Eat some piece of paper. Rise to the highest point in Berlin, the TV tower. Examine an old abandoned boat in the center of the city, and speak Lithuanian a little. Enjoy!
Let's check today's menu. Wow. My dears, today we have a new construction. It's flippin' nice. I will taste now a fricadelle. Really good, like my grandma's. First day I was wrong, you know. Every day they're piping different menu. Yesterday it was fish, today is more vegetables. I hope tomorrow I will find something more interesting. So not 8 but 10 points for the breakfast. Highly recommend this hotel. And one candy for today.
Don't you know what it is? It's a Berlin gasometer. Unfortunately, it's renovating right now, but I make some shoots and read you a story. Gasometer Schöneberg, the industrial monument in Berlin. The gasometer in Schöneberg rises almost 80 meters high into the sky above Berlin. The gasometer in Berlin went into operation in 1913 and has been listed building since 1994. After its original use as a low-pressure gas container, it was used alternatively as an advertising space, event space and television studio. It became best known for Günter Jauch's political talk show on the German TV channel Erstern from 2011 to 2015. Today, the area around the striking building of industrial culture is home to EUREF Campus, a future location for companies from the fields of mobility, energy and sustainability. In the lower part of the gasometer, a conference area is planned. From a height of 16 meters, 28,000 square meters of office space will be created. Even higher up, there will be space for events and presentations. From the Sky Lounge with the roof terrace, which will be at a height of around 66 meters, you can then enjoy the view over Berlin. The project is scheduled for completion by 2024. So I'm feeling a little bit sad because I'm looking for abandoned place and I just late. Now as you see, this building is reconstructed. But anyways, every day there will be less and less such interesting places to visit, so we need to hurry up. I hope you like the history of that construction, and I also added some old photos so you can imagine what it was earlier. Finally, I found the best place for my mic. Do you hear me or not? It must be good quality for now. And here we have not an abandoned train station. Looks pretty nice. I cannot understand why they're making bike trails in the middle of the street. It's only in Germany. Here bicycle trail is okay, but behind me, not okay. Just arrived at one more spot. Very brutal Hygiene Institute. There is no possibility to get inside. You can just walk around. So I will read some history now and make a walk around tour. The building of the Institute for Hygiene and Microbiology is located in Steglitz in southern Berlin and is a part of Free University. Free University was founded after World War II by the US in Berlin, in the American sector. In the beginning, the Institute for Hygiene was scattered around various university buildings. But as the popularity of the course, as well as money flowing from the US, became larger, the administration decided to erect the Institute a dedicated building.
The first plans started in 1960s. The project was designed by the Berlin architecture firm Felling & Gögel, with close cooperation from the Free University staff. The building was opened in 1974. The building itself lasted about 8 years and costed 50 million euro in today's money, which was twice as much as comparable buildings. This was explained by unprecedented complexity of the required installation. Despite of large costs connected to the building, surely none of it was spent on finishing and ornamentation. The style of the building has to be described as brutalist, with its concrete walls, naked structural elements and raw functionality taking precedent over the form, but also maintains elements of expressionism, exposing sweeping curves, monumental towers and pointed corners. There is very little color of variety in the building structure, making it very cold and uninviting in its outlook. This, of course, is a form of beauty, in that it creates a profound aesthetic effect. The architects decided to articulate each of the building's functions with a different geometry, which resulted in a highly irregular and dynamic appearance. The building remains mostly unaltered. A rescue campaign was started to save it together with the mouse bunker, and the case was widely discussed in the media. Currently, the Charité declared their plan to keep and preserve the building. The campaign was successful. In January 2021, the building was listed as a historic monument.
A little more video from Hygiene Institute. I would like to go up the stairs. You saw them, but I think it is totally illegal. I already walked a lot because it is private territory. You see, just no fence here, but over there just was a sign that it is private territory. And now, at the other side of Hygiene Institute, we can find the mouse bunker. The place is totally closed, it is not possible to go inside, so I just can read the history for you and make some video shoots from the outside.
It's not certain if they are still carrying out experiments on the animals at the mad-looking mouse bunker, and there isn't a peep from within its sealed doors. It looks abandoned, weeds and leaching finding home cracks in the paving, shrubs finding cracks in the roof, but charity workers still sleeping furtively from time to time, and telltale smoke or steam rises from the top of the great hulking block of brutalist architecture. The Deutsches Architekt Museum once dubbed it the scariest building in German post-war history. We don't know what the architects were smoking, but it must have been strong stuff. You can imagine what the inside is like. Shiny sterile laboratories full of cages and cables, rods and levers, spikes and clamps. All the paraphernalia needed to conduct tests on its thousands of little prisoners. The action occurred on 4 levels, sandwiched in between 2 technical floors, due to the complex ventilation and air conditioning requirements. The mouse bunker could keep up to 45,000 mice, 20,000 rats, 5,000 hamsters, as well as lesser number of sheep, pigs, chickens and frogs. Construction began in 1971. It was held up for a few years as costs spiraled way out of control, from an estimated 4 million Deutsche Marks to a whopping 126 million. But it was eventually completed in 1981, and the sadistic FU students moved in the following year. The laboratories where the testing was carried out are located deep in the facility for security reasons. There is a machine at the entrance in for workers to clean their souls. Slow Travel said the focus was mostly on mice, with an emphasis of transgenic models for disease research. It also referred to a scandal in 2009 when some technicians died of cancer after being exposed to asbestos through an outdated HVAC system. It was updated the following year. Now there are plans to tear the mouse bunker down, due there are 2 bigger and better facilities. With the election now in different places, Charity isn't keen on paying for half-abandoned buildings, and apparently it doesn't care much for brutalist architecture. It also wanted to demolish the neighboring Hygiene Institute. Before that was finally granted in January 2021, but it still wants to destroy the mouse bunker.
It is really easy to go inside, but I think you will meet the police soon. decided to get back to the hotel for now because I have a lot of emotions after visiting such tough places, so a little bit tired. And later on I will get to the center just to chill. Decided on my way back to the hotel to pipe some nice food. What is that? Dim sum. I have no idea. But if you have no idea, Google always helps. It's a small dumplings. But you know, for Chinese restaurant, it is not cheap. I paid 18 euros and got a cheap compliment. A little piece of paper maybe inside. Nom nom nom. That cookie was with some sort of paper, yes. But you know, it was for free. So anyways, I'm a little bit tired, much more than yesterday, because long walks, and I feel that I'm not dead yet, but my battery is almost dead. I have no energy. So I decided not to move to the center tonight. Just I will go now to the hotel. It's over there several hundred meters, and I think that I lost my key. I will check it out now. Maybe I left my key in the room, maybe at the reception, maybe I lost it totally. All good, I left it at the reception. Oh, someone was in there. And here also, but they didn't change the towels because they were not on the floor. But it's okay, let's save the planet. I have no problem with it. Good morning, people. Last day in abandoned paradise. Today I'm leaving back home, but I have a flight only late in the evening. So today is Tuesday, but I have some plans for today to visit some more abandoned places, and we will check them all together. And for now, let's go downstairs and explore breakfast offers. Same as yesterday. Yeah. I have a feeling they just sharing yesterday's food, so nothing interesting for today. It's time to get out of here. It is cold today. I got same bike that yesterday. It's really windy today. Hopefully it is last day, and I think it will rain now. Easter is over, and today both bikes and scooters offered for a better price, so I can drive more. What's up, people? I'm somewhere in the northwest of Berlin, and please welcome the abandoned bridge to nowhere. Not the first one, but the second one. The new one is operating, and the other one is dead. Let's go up.
Bridges to nowhere. Two bridges to nowhere have been taking no one there for almost 70 years. The Liesenbrücken have been rusting with iron will and doing little else since they were abandoned in favor for younger bridges in 1957. The two easterly survivors remain, despite their lack of industry, outstanding examples of 19th century industrial engineering. The initial 4 iron truss bridges were built to orders from the Königlich Eisenbach direction to expand the line from from Berlin to Stettin, now the Polish city of Szczecin. The Liesenbrücken were constructed over a huge roundabout. The first three bridges were single-track, spanning 64 to 82 meters, while the fourth was a double-track behemoth with towering trusses still spanning 90 meters across the roundabout. Function was combined with architectural design. The trains were able to zoom across the intersection on one of the four bridges without a worry in the world. The magnificent Stettiner Bahnhof, which opened in 1842, was just a stone's throw down the road. It was one of Berlin's busiest train stations. Apparently homeless people who just moved to the metropolis used to live in tents or wooden shelters under the Liesenbrücken in the 1920s. The bridges were called consumption bridges due to the unsanitary conditions. Trains stopped in 1952, and the war-damaged station building was finally worn down in 1962. It ended up becoming a ghost station, and now only the S-Bahn passes through. The Liesenbrücken, the magnificent industrial railway bridges that have been around for more than 120 years and abandoned for most of them. I arrived in one more quite interesting place in northwest of Berlin, so please enjoy. The Wiesenburg homeless shelter was opened in 1986 as a new and modern homeless shelter to accommodate the growing number of homeless people in Berlin. Designed by architects Stobbelmann and Schmock, it was a partly self-sufficient facility with its own electricity supply. Quickly called the Wiesenburg amongst the homeless, it provided up to 21,000 short-term shelter places per month. New standards were set in the epidemic-prone city through modern metal beds, the disinfection and washing of clothes, and the possibility to shower and bath. Here, people were treated for the first time humanly and with care. The police had no access, and a man could stay here anonymously up to 4 days a month. In 1907, the facility was enlarged to include an area where 400 women and children could be offered accommodation. The shelter now had 1,100 beds and offered about 400,000 places per year. For directors like Fritz Lang with his film M in 1931, Herbert Bollmann with Ein Mann will nach oben in 1977, Volker Schlondorf with The Tin Drum in 1979, Wolf Graham with Fabian in 1980, and Rainer Werner Fassbinder with Lili Marleen in 1981, the Wiesenburg provided the perfect set location. Such a nice small motorhome. And it's raining. It's raining. Oh shit. Same as in Lithuania. Some of them renovated, some not, more or less the same. It is flipping raining a lot. Found one more interesting place. It is abandoned rock bar. For now, homeless people lives there. There is nothing to talk about. Some kind of heating system installed. All the weekend weather was just perfect, but not today. I have only just 2 or 3 places to visit, which are interested for me and for you. Later on I need to go to the airport and I will sit calm and we will talk. It's quite hard to go, I think. Until now they're selling Samsung S10. It's a 5-year-old phone. It's a parking space for bicycles, but you can move it around. It's genius. Wanna accept golden choice? And they don't like cards or no card payments or for 20 euros, etc.
It's not an abandoned place. If it is possible, I will go upstairs. I cannot understand really if they have tickets or not for now. It is too slow. I'm inside without any lines, but now it will be check control, so I need to disable the camera. Where's my ticket? Yes, I'm searching for it. Thank you much. I left my ticket at the checkpoint. It is so classic and old school interior inside.
Berlin TV Tower. Now we will take you to the highest point in Berlin at 203 meters.
Zur Aussichtsetage verlassen Sie den Aufzug bitte nach links.
200 Meter.
So I'm on top and I will show you the best I can. Nice place, nice views, 27 euros paid for going up. Just nice views to the city, nothing special. Also everywhere you can read the history, what you see from exact window. Walking around, you can take the photos, you can record some video just as it is, and now going down. Keep in mind that to get away you also need a ticket. Don't throw it away because it will be not possible to go out. You can buy here a lot of souvenirs for 60 euros. One cup is 12 euros. Volkswagen T1. I would like to have such type of camper. You just walking around at the top, small restaurant, small bar, maybe not restaurant, small glass of wine, 11 euros, small beer, 6 euros. I went away momentarily and paid 27 euros for going up. It's normal to make some photos, to make some video, but for the second time, once again, no, it's enough. Now finally I am going to visit my last point of view because I have not enough time and in 1 hour I need to leave to the airport. Where I am going, stay tuned, you will see in a moment. We have a heavy traffic here and pedestrians and bicycles. Okay. Finally, my last point of view. The abandoned Mrs. Dr. Ingrid Wengler boat.
Ingrid Wengler abandoned boat. There are two notable boats which lie on the Spree River, and one of them is Dr. Ingrid Wengler. It now resides retired and silent between the Molecule Man and the Body Skiff. Built in 1959 in Holland, the 41-meter barge began its time as a cargo ship transporting goods around Dutch and German inland canals. Later it was bought by Franz Günther van der Lucht, who had a whole new idea of what to do with the barge. He renamed it after his lover, surgeon Dr. Ingrid Wengler, and it was not only the name of the boat that changed. Lucht also transformed the barge into a 3-floor luxury passenger liner with a bar, restaurant and sleeping quarters. Quite the sight, Dr. Ingrid Wengler was raring to go and to take tourists on waterway adventures. The first tours were trips to Warren and Schweiner Schloss. Then, with the fall of the Geder and the reunification of Germany, the waterways were open once more and people were free to travel. What this meant to Luch was something rather exciting, for he could offer his passengers excursions to the former Geder, which proved to be incredibly popular, as many had not been across the border before. However, despite grand plans, and with the reunification present in Luch with opportunities, it eventually also led to the demise of his enterprise and the Dr. Wengler. There were lockkeeper strikes, damages to the base, and other financial factors which meant tours could not take place and forced Luch to not only cancel tours, but also reimburse his passengers. Luch declared bankruptcy in 1992, and the barge became the property of the bank. The Berlin Waterways and Shipping Authority moored the barge in Starlau for numerous years and then moved it to the Spree area, where it still remains today. I need to buy something nice for my family, and later on we will talk. What's up, everybody? Finally, I'm in the airport, and I would like to talk a little. First of all, I'm trying really hard to make good content, so it would be nice that you like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. For me, that trip was the best solo trip I ever had. Maybe the main thing what I dislike is the cost of scooters, because in total I paid for the transport for all scooters and trains 155 euros in 4 days. I think that price for a taxi would be more or less the same, but just with the scooter for me it's much more easier and I think faster. So I think if you wanna come to Berlin by your car, please take scooters or bicycles, or if you're traveling via motorhome, it's much more easier. That trip cost me 7 times. Thank you very much. In total, the trip cost me 754 euros. I will show you on the screen. And what about abandoned places? I visited more or less 10 places, but really abandoned map, really huge abandoned map of Berlin. I will show you on the screen right now. So if you're interested in visiting abandoned places, just you can come by your car or motorhome, park it somewhere and explore. If you want to go in Old Brandenburg, it is about 100 kilometers far away from Old Berlin. The Berlin map shows you all abandoned places. So it is really worth to visit. And I think next time I will come here by my motorhome and visit a lot more. So thank you for watching, and now a little bit in Lithuanian. Trumpai. Patiko, aš tikiuosi, kad jūs viską supratot. Dabar jau Sailuosti ir važiuoju namo. Bendrai kelionė man kainavo 754 eurus, jūs matysit viską lentelį. Kas man nepatiko, vienintelis dalykas, tai yra transporto kaina. Jis sudarė 125 eurus paspirtukai ir bilietai traukinio. Sudarė, aišku, viešbutis, lėktuvų bilietas ir maistas. Tačiau jeigu jūs norit pakeliauti, norit atvažiuoti čia ir apmatyti daug, jums geriau važiuoti su savo automobiliu. Man yra galimybė važiuoti su kemperiu, prisiparkuoti kažkur už miesto, paimti savo dviratį arba paspirtukus ir tikrai centrinę dalį apvažiuoti su jais. Kas liečia lankytinas vietas, šitas abandoned yra žemėlapis, kurį aš jau pridėjau, kurį jūs matot, šitų apleistų vietų, ir tikrai yra 100 km spindulį aplink miestą. Reikia važinėti. Tikrai tų vietų yra daug ir aš pakartosiu kelionį į Berliną ir aplink Berliną jau su savo kemperiu. Tai šiai minutėj tiek. Sveikai, grįžtam namo ir ačiū Jums už tai, kad žiūrit. Sėkmės.